Hello! Alright, I think that was 10 minutes. I need to start setting a timer. Oh. Looks like my camera broke. That's exciting. Hold on. Which one is broken? This one's broken. Do any of these work? No. My goodness. It's gonna be one of those streams, guys. So sorry. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm streaming from home today because after the stream I'm going to be relocating this setup, finally, to the living room. Get it out of my bedroom, so I'm really excited about that. Got the okay to go ahead from my roommate, so stoked. Yeah, so hopefully next time I have to stream from home you won't be looking at my awkward, messy bookshelf. But anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. We're gonna be doing elephant practice today. It is Save the Elephant Day. Everyone has to save the elephant, okay? We're gonna make that agreement right now. We want elephants to be around. So, yeah, let's all just save them. I don't know how, but easier said than done, I'm sure. Especially from overseas. But alas, we're gonna talk about some of that today as we learn to draw them. So this is an older drawing I did of an elephant for my webcomic Drift. I just kind of reformatted the text really quick this morning to say Happy Save the Elephant Day, but that's not really what he's saying. This is Django. This is an old drawing of Django. But, so please excuse the not exactly accurate anatomy. We're gonna work on that today and talk about it. So, pardon, but how's everyone doing? Hey, Armpit Pete, how are you? Excuse me, I have the hiccups right now. And I apologize if you can't hear me super well. I'm just using my webcam mic, and this is my old webcam that constantly dies, so just let me know if my face freezes in like a weird pose while we're streaming today. It might happen. Django? No, it is not. It is not spelled that way. It is spelled J-E-N-G-O. It is, I think it's a word that means like strength or something like that. No, his name is Django. Or Jingo? I don't know how you would actually pronounce it. You should probably learn. Also, just realized I don't have my water with me, so I'm gonna have to do that in case anybody wants me to hydrate. So let me grab that really fast. Sorry, I had an appointment this morning, so a part of why I'm running late is I had to cram a bunch of stuff in and get up a little earlier and all that good stuff, but we're here now. Let me grab my water. Oh, it's also not full. Sorry, I'm not prepared. Yeah, it's Django. Yeah, and actually, since we're talking about Drift right now, while I'm getting my water, if anybody wants to check out the comic, you can read it there on Tapas. I think that's the one that has the most complete upload. Yeah, it's got the first 14 pages on there. I'm technically up to page like 20. And I've only posted the later pages on Patreon, so if anybody wants to check them out there, you can pretty much for even $1, or heck, I think you could even do like 50 cents if you wanted to. It's kind of pay what you want. But you could go to Patreon and read the rest of them. I do updates there as well. But let me grab my water. Okay, 1 second, I'm sorry. I'm not a professional streamer. I say this all the time. I don't know what I'm doing. I'll be right back. Did not have enough water pre-made, so we'll have to wait. That's okay. Anyhow, how is everyone doing? I hope you're doing well. Got so many random snacks and things here. Let's get that away from my computer in case it falls over. Don't trust that at all. Eyeless! Hello! Good to see you. Hey, you guys should all go check out Eyeless. I was hanging out on his stream earlier. Let me see. I'm gonna do the shout out, so don't you worry about it, Amaze. I gotta practice this. There we go. Yeah, you guys should go check out Eyeless. He just kind of started streaming. A really awesome sculptor, truly. You guys are missing out. Really nice guy. Really nice to talk to as well. Mirror Stepper, hello. How are you? Good. Thanks for coming in. So yeah, if you guys are into sculpting, give him a follow. And then if anybody wants to, I also have a Discord channel. If you are a streamer or an artist or anybody, I'm always happy to see what you guys are working on. But yeah. And Eyeless, feel free, no pressure. But if you'd like to meet more artists, that's a good place to start. I can't remember if you're in there or not. But we do have a stream share channel, so you can always promote your stream every time you go live. That's what it's for. Spam those streams, guys. I want to be able to pop in. Sometimes it's hard to catch those announcements if you don't have Twitch notifications on. Or if you're just not on your phone. Sometimes I'm on my computer and I'm like, oh, someone's streaming. I'll go hang out while I'm working. So please do, guys. I'd love to see what everyone's up to. And also appreciate all of the elephant gifts you guys are posting in Discord right now. Most excellent, most excellent. How's everyone doing this morning? We are going to be sketching elephants. Learning how to draw elephants today. I'm actually doing a special stream later today, hopefully, if nothing goes wrong anyway, with my move of my studio stuff into the living room. But hopefully I'll be able to make it to the studio this afternoon after I move things. And do an extra stream today. That's the plan, is to work on a new illustration. I finished the other one yesterday, but I can't show it to you because it's on my other computer at the studio. It's the downside of having two locations to work from. But yeah, if you would like to come back this afternoon, or if you're back here in a few hours, I will be streaming a new digital painting of some kind. I haven't decided what. Heck, maybe I'll work on the next panel of Drift. We'll see what I feel like doing. But first, we are going to start by practicing some elephant anatomy. So let me get out of... I think I finally fixed my OBS somehow. It just like magically... Oh, those are Drift pages, guys. Oh, there it went. I told you my camera was going to do dumb things today. Let me try and adjust it. Stay in one place. It shouldn't do that, but let me try this. Tech issues are just part of streaming. There we go, we did it! We did it! Good job, camera! It's tilted down now for some reason. Don't break. We'll see, we'll see. Okay. Anyway. Welcome to streaming, where there's constantly tech issues and you just have to deal with them. Alright, oh, everything went away. That was creepy. I did not like that. Oh my gosh, and it broke my camera. Stinking computer. Let's stop doing that, please. Okay. I don't know why it has to ask me if I have permission to open Psy. Yes, of course. Here. April warm-ups. Oh my goodness gracious. Professional streamer, guys. Professional streamer. Not really. Not even a little. Alright. So, what I recommend doing, if anybody is sketching along for the first time, pull up some reference. You don't have to use the one I'm using. Okay, this whole camera situation is already bothering me a lot. I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed with you officially. I may have to, maybe a no camera stream sort of a day. See if I can get it to do what it's supposed to. Here, let me try a different camera setting. Maybe it's just that camera setting. Okay. We're gonna try regular cam. See if this... Probably not. Okay, anyway, so if you are new to sketching and or new to drawing, or you just don't do a lot of drawing, or maybe an elephant sounds really intimidating to you, don't be intimidated. You'll be okay. We're gonna start with a skeletal drawing of an elephant. I'm gonna do just like your basic African elephant to start with, and then we'll talk about the differences between different types of elephants. There are currently, as far as I know, 3 main species of elephant. There's the African bush elephant, the forest elephant, which is kind of more recently declared its own species, the Asian elephant, and I believe there's also a pygmy elephant. So maybe there's 4, but I don't know if the pygmy elephant is a true subspecies or not. I don't know what that means. Okay, elephant Camera froze. Oh my gosh. Maybe it's just one of those days, guys. I may have to put a... Oh wow, what a face. I'm so sorry. Ugh. Alright, one more time. One more time. Maybe it just doesn't like... Oh, it's because the dang cable moved. Oh gosh. Okay. Let's see if this will stick. Probably not, but I'm gonna try, dang it. I am nothing if not tenacious. Alright, that should stay. Okay, there we go. It's at a very low angle now, but that's how it's probably gonna have to be to hold that in place. Oh gosh, okay. Whatever. Professional streamer, guys. So professional. Let's get more light in here. It's not as dark as it looks. Okay. Anyway. As I was saying, we're trying to talk about anatomy, camera, okay? Can you just work with me here, please? Thank you. I appreciate you not dying. Nothing but tech issues. Yeah, see, it's just how it goes with streaming, honestly. Well, if you get there at the early part of the stream, sometimes this is how your first part goes. Okay, elephant skeleton. That's what I'm trying to look up here. So we are gonna do some studies. I'm gonna pull up two, yeah, we'll do two different images here so you can kind of see one without the skin. Oh, actually, I don't like that. This elephant skeleton is wrong. Wait, what? Hold on. This is the issue sometimes. I get, it looks like they just left off the bottom part of the animal. That's weird. Oh, this is a cute one. You guys, look at this cute elephant skeleton. I want you to see this picture. It's not letting me copy it in the side. What's happening? Before you go, was there some... Sorry. Louis Capaldi is hard not to sing along with. Look at this cute little elephant skeleton, guys. There's a good one. I'm gonna pin this to my Pinterest somehow. Maybe. If it lets me. It may not let me. But anyway, I also have these posted in Discord, so I'll be dropping this image in the Discord as well, so that you guys can find it. Also, on-screen chat is broken! No, is it really? Oh my gosh, why? Oh, pfft, now I'm upside down. What's happening? Tech issues. Why is my chat broken? That's weird. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know if I know how to fix that one live. That one might be a restart. Here, try it now. Hold on, try it now. I might have just had it accidentally turned off. Feel free to spam some emotes or something. Hopefully it comes back up. Curse them tech issues, I know, right? I think I might have just had it invisible for a second, so hopefully it'll be working. Yeah. Welcome to my stream where I don't know what to do, ever. We're gonna start with this guy, because I really like that reference. Let me go ahead and write my little mantra. Let's see. Happy... Well, this isn't the mantra, this is just... Whoa. Oh no! Oh no, come on. Don't do this to me today. You guys... We're having tech issues galore at the moment. Oh, that's right, because paint tool size not working for me. That's right, I have to use Krita when I'm at the studio here. That's annoying. I still need to fix that apparently. Let's get Krita open. Okay. Let's try this again, now that we're in Krita. Alright. I think everything's set up right now. Alright, so today is save. Wow. Save the outfit day. Wow, I am dyslexic today. Yay. So we are warming up with, I guess I should put happy. Happy. Happy save the elephant day. There we go. Nightfall to get me through it all. I need to find a better. Ooh, I love that pin. How do I add you to my favorites? Favorite. Okay, that one's good. Oh, except for now I can't use it. Okay. Got a Krita tip for me. Good, good. Hey, it looks like chat's working at least, so that's exciting. Okay, now that everything's working, so I'm gonna do 2 elephant skeleton references. We're gonna draw one of them now that I've got actually everything working. The one I was going to pull up originally was actually this one. Copy image, because it's a profile. So we are going to actually, let's draw this one. The other one will just be a nice reference for later. I might draw it later, we'll see. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Whoa. Amaze, do you know why that exists? Hey, do you have a Krita tip for me? How come there's an inverted black and white x-ray looking image of the reference picture that I just moved? What is going on? This is so weird. It's like on the background layer. That is bizarre. I made an x-ray, you guys. Look at me. I'm multi-talented. We're just gonna cover up that spooky elephant ghost. Just pretend that doesn't exist. It's just, don't worry about that little white line. There's nothing there. What are you talking about? I don't know. I have no idea what I just did. I literally just moved this image that I pasted. I don't know. I have no idea what I just did. Okay, anyway, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on from that creepy thing that's happening. And we're just gonna draw an elephant. Oh yeah, let me put this picture in Discord. I don't know. Something creepy happened. I could use the reference tool, but it just takes a little bit longer, you know? You're right, I could use that. It's probably something I should consider. The elephant is beyond that elephant is beyond saving. It's true. You're not wrong. Oh no, did my camera freeze again? Oh no, okay. That was just the Twitch preview. Alright, we're being real good at we're off to a great start so far. Super good at this. Okay, I gotta close. I have like so many tabs open of just like elephant pictures. Okay. Where's Twitch? There you are. Okay, perfect. I can see most of the things I need to see. Yeah, but one button press adds up after hours. Just saying. Alright, we're going to practice drawing these guys. So whenever people look at skeletal references, there tends to be a lot like an intimidation factor, right? You're kind of worried about getting it right or messing up, like drawing things exactly. So when we're working today from this, I just want the emphasis for you guys to be just on proportion. Okay, we're not worried about exactly replicating this skeleton. We're not trying to copy it. We're just trying to, I don't know what that means. I don't speak whatever that is. Are you speaking Japanese at me right now? Yeah, so I want you to just focus on proportion, right? So I'm trying to look at, for example, the ratio, like head to body ratio. So I know it looks funny, which this elephant is actually a great example of why it's so hard to know what dinosaurs look like, right? Because like we know what an elephant looks like, and if you were to look at this, I think we would be hard pressed to come up with elephant, to be honest. This is a very unique critter, and it makes me wonder about a lot of like prehistoric animals that we just don't have enough information about to know what they really look like. But alas, let's focus on the shapes first. So we've got our hip shape back here, and I'm sorry for any camera shaking that's happening. It's just part of this setup, unfortunately. Here at my studio at home, it's not quite as sturdy. I'm also on carpet instead of a wood floor. Okay. Alright, so we have our jaw shape here. Eye socket. Now that I've kind of gotten the big shapes in, this is going to be really helpful for later. I actually might go ahead and do this other one too, because it's actually been a while since I've studied an elephant skeleton and I'm feeling like pretty rusty. So I might do a quick study of this other one as well. But basically what I'm trying to look for is the big shapes, right? So this is the hip bone. This is going to help inform me, like when I'm drawing skin, like, oh, where would the body sink? You can actually see it better on this one. But like you can see the hip is way out here, but that means there's a big space between that rib cage and that pelvic bone. So when I'm drawing this creature, I can do like a little line here for the hip, and then there might be some shadow, like a depression right there. And you can just kind of see where things connect a little bit easier. The neck of an elephant is always one of the hardest places for me to draw, honestly, because the ears are so big. Even on your Indian elephants, most of this gets covered up. So like if I'm drawing an elephant flapping its ears or it's from a different angle, especially like in my comic, it's kind of hard to know, like, what does it look like underneath? And so that's where knowing the underlying anatomy can really help you, because you can at least make an educated guess if you can't find a good reference picture for it. Like I can see, okay, this skin would probably attach here, but this jawbone's gonna stick out and pull the skin this way, so I can imagine there's wrinkles there. And I can find, reference pictures to verify these things, but it helps when you're doing your initial sketching to kind of know some of that stuff. So paying attention to where the elbows and the knees kind of are, they're kind of on the same plane here. Trying to check my proportions as I go. And like I always say, if you're new to, if you're new to sketching, one of the fastest ways to improve is to draw from reference, one. So that's part of why we're doing this. I would like to improve, and I need accountability to actually draw from reference, because it's not always the most fun thing to do, especially if it's not something you're super passionate about drawing. I love drawing animals, and so this is not like my worst day ever. But sometimes, for things like when we do draw a car day, or like draw spaceships the other day, I need some accountability, and so that's kind of one reason why I do these streams. But the other reason is just like, I think it's a helpful practice, and if people just like having a co-working session to keep them accountable to doing that, I'm happy to be your accountability buddy. So if you'd like to sketch along, feel free to do so. I'm seeing now that I think I made the shoulder too big, or maybe the head even too big. Hold on, a little bit of a proportion issue here. But that's part of what we're learning, right? Oh, and if you did want to share any work, any art that you make, any warm-up sketches you do, even if they're not on theme with what I'm doing today, like if you have something you need to draw and it's not an elephant, it's okay. I mean, if you're here, you're gonna hear me ramble about elephants, but... There we go. Captain, hey, how are you doing? Good to see you. Skelephant. It is a skelephant. Sketchaphant. We are sketching elephants today. It is Save the Elephant Day, so we have to draw elephants. It's the rules. Found this on the obscure holidays calendar that I've been using to give me ideas for what to stream on these days when we do warm-up sketches. Right now, I'm not gonna worry too much about these neural spines, which I forget who told us that's what they were called. I think it was one of our science friends in chat, but I'm not gonna worry about details there, because again, we're just trying to get shapes. I'm not trying to draw like a scientifically accurate elephant skeleton right now. Trying to get an idea for form, so that I can draw a better elephant, and hopefully you can draw a better elephant. Isol, how's it going? Good to see you. Love the thought of a Rex with giant elephant ears. Right? My favorite is like, what if some dinosaurs like super fat and we just don't know? Like super chunky and fleshy and we have no idea. There was a drawing, I don't remember where I saw it, but there was a drawing somebody did of a triceratops, and it was like, what if a triceratops though? What if that crest was actually a support structure for like, it was like this, and it was just the happiest little guy. He loved being a chunk. Isol, how are you doing? If you guys aren't already following Isol, she is so fun. Really great art streamer. You should all go follow. Has a really fun little community too. You're tired but good. All good. I mean, not the tired part. I'm glad the good part is good. I'm doing all right. I'm a little frazzled today. Already hit like 6 different tech issues, and we're only 20 minutes into stream, so hopefully got them all out of the way, you know. But that's just part of streaming, so you know, that's just what it is. Yeah. Howdy doodle is an adorable greeting, and I might steal it. But yeah, you guys should all go watch Isol. She does a lot of painting, very fun, energetic stream, and always gets me pumped when I hop in there. Are you streaming today, Isol? Feel free to share some work if you guys want to. ILSU as well, if you have any work, if you want to share from what you were working on earlier, feel free to. Oop, I feel a sneeze coming on and I cannot find the mute button. Okay, found it in time. That was scary. It's always like a race. In about an hour. Okay, nice, nice. I'm gonna race this fat trike here. Oh boy. Where's my... There it is. Okay. So we're sketching elephants today, if you haven't realized. If anyone would like to draw along, sure can. Hey Septic, how are ya? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. I'm gonna switch over to this other view because this is not accurate. There we go. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate the lurk. Lurks are welcome, guys. Lurks help me. You don't have to talk to me. You can even like kind of mute me a little bit. Although I found out recently, I didn't actually know this. I thought I was being helpful by just like leaving tabs open and muting them. But so that, you know, I didn't hear them while I was doing other stuff. Or so I could listen to like one stream at a time. But apparently you have to leave it at least 1% volume up and you can't mute the tab. Otherwise the lurk doesn't actually register with Twitch or something. Or maybe that's just for channel points. I don't actually know. I guess I should ask first, because I don't really know much about Twitch. I'm still learning a lot of things. Gonna plant some flowers after stream. Oh my gosh, what kind? Jurassic Park would be very, very different. It would be. Jurassic Derp? Can we call it that? Can we make a... I'm gonna make a little... Maybe I'll make a little webcomic about this. That would be fun. I've been needing to practice little, like, one-off comics. I used to make them all the time growing up, and I just kind of haven't lately. The problem with, like comic strips is, like, I don't know what to call it. I've actually had, like, a running list of comic strip name ideas for years. Maybe I'll run them by you guys sometime. And you can help me pick. Anyway. Elephant. Right, I'm just gonna do a really quick study here. I'm not gonna do many details at all. I just want to look at the shape of this hip bone and see the angle. And sometimes, okay, here's the other thing I've learned recently. Sometimes museum specimens are poorly articulated. Did you know this? I go to museums a lot to like study skeletons and structures, and then I found out recently that saber-toothed tigers, for example, like saber-toothed cats, so like when you look on the bone, like for the tooth, there's always like a line, right? There's like a part that's darker and a part that's like lighter. Supposedly, the part that's darker is actually the part that was like unexposed, so it was in the gum line, but so many museums have it pulled way down out of the skull. And so like you have two options. Either actually you only have one option. I saw a post, a really great Anatomica Science on Instagram. It's probably one of my favorite Instagram blogs to pay attention to for stuff like this. So basically what they're saying is for this animal's tooth to be that long and to have that shadow where it is, it would have to have a gum, like an exposed gum line like this, like while its mouth was closed. Which is like ridiculous. Like obviously that's not the case. Anyway, it's just so it either had like a sheath gum around that and then just like had it exposed while it was walking around like being a tiger. Like, I'm a tiger, here's my gum line, and just was like this. Or it's just poorly made and it actually needs to be moved up like an inch or two. But anyway, when I found that out, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't even trust, like, how do I know? How do I know that what I'm using for reference is like actually accurate? It's really frustrating. Yeah, it's crazy. And like science is constantly learning things like this. Like I'm sure those people who did that didn't realize that that's what they were doing, or at least I would hope not. I don't think it's like an intentional like misguided thing. It's just like as we learn this stuff, it's like, okay, well, how much money does it take to re-articulate one of these massive skeletons, you know, in a museum? But it makes me as an artist, I'm like, man, I don't want to study the wrong thing. So it's like, how do you keep up with all the like advances and stuff and the new discoveries? Okay, I really just want to study this back ridge and this hip structure. I like this pose they put this one in. It's like an action pose elephant. Like you normally don't see them like squatting. It looks like it's like mid-sit or something. Anyway. I just want to study these shapes. We got that shoulder here, nice big shoulder blade, and I'll probably be referring back to these when we do our other elephant sketches, so I'm going to leave these on screen. I just love these big forearms. Look at how thick those bones are to hold all that weight. So cool. And then of course you've got these really, really heavy cheekbones and eyebrow ridges. There's like this shape that really sticks out even through the skin. And of course that's where the nose comes out of. Anyway, really interesting. It's like, again, one of those skeletons where if you didn't have a frame of reference for what this animal really looked like, good luck trying to imagine what it was in life. It's kind of like a manatee. Like you would never have any idea. So crazy. It just makes you wonder, you know, for all the creatures we find that don't have like a modern cousin, it's like, how do we know? It's just guesswork at some point. I mean, educated guesswork, but still. Okay, now we have drawn our elephant skeletons. Let's move on to actual elephants, guys. I heard that muting the stream takes away your view number, but you can mute the tab itself but keep the stream unmuted. See, I heard the opposite, Captain. I heard that you can't mute the tab. If you mute the tab, it's no bueno. And you have to keep at least 1% volume on Twitch. So what I've been doing is just not muting the tabs and just keeping everything at 1%, which is fine. So whenever I'm lurking, that's pretty much what I'm doing. It's just like 1% volume. Moving on to something else. Yeah, I don't know which is true either. Discord has added a poll feature. Oh, have they? Interesting. I feel like there's so much we don't know. After finding dinosaurs may have had feathers, maybe that part was covered by tiny feathers. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah. It's true. There's so much so much we don't know. Okay, let's find a good elephant picture. We're gonna start with just a good old-fashioned savanna bush elephant. trying to find one I haven't already drawn. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at this pose. I kind of want to draw this one at some point. Ugh, won't let me do it. You guys have to look at this pose though. It's excellent. It's the most excellent pose. What a stretch. See, when people tell me elephants are just big lumbering beasts, I'm like, no. They're actually pretty lithe in their own way. Like, I would never expect a full-grown elephant to be able to do that. He like really wants to reach that thing. Doing yoga, exactly. It's like elephant yoga. We might draw that one later. But let's do like a more straightforward pose. And then we can do some of the fun, like sitting or rolling around or kind of unusual angle. They're probably more spread. Definitely, I can't do that. So, I mean, oh, I already have that picture in here. Shoot. So I've recently been backing up all of my old reference pictures off of my hard drives to Pinterest. So if anybody is looking for like a pre-AI reference, like reference file set of pictures, like most of the stuff that I put in my Pinterest is all my own uploads, which is part of why they have no descriptions or links. So if you need a good reference, you can always type in !ref and you can find my Pinterest page. And then of course pinned at the top is, thanks Amaze for doing that, is the actual folder we're using today for elephants. But I have gotten very frustrated with trying to find reliable reference images lately. Okay, we're gonna do this. I can't remember, have we, if anybody has sketched with me before doing elephants, because this isn't the first time. Oh my gosh. Well, let me insert as reference image. Paste. Okay. I guess I could say remember this. I don't think we've done this image before, but somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I think we're just gonna do this very straightforward African elephant right here. And he's gonna be our encouraging elephant today. He'll be telling us to get the bed drawings out, as we must do. Oh, nice find with that Asian elephant musculature. Very cool. Of course, after the whole dolphin fiasco, I'm a little afraid to trust any of them now. Alright, let's do this guy. Closing all these tabs, because I have too many open. So, apologies if we've done this one before, I can't remember, but I'm going to go ahead and sketch this boyo. So remember, we've learned kind of, I know it's from a slightly different, more head-on angle than the ones we practiced, but all those pieces we talked about are in there. So, oops, did not mean to use red. So we have, let me get this pulled up so I can see chat. There we go. So we have our head shape, right? Got that wide tusk base coming out of the front of the face. And I'm just looking at big shapes, right? I'm not worried about details right now. At this part, all you want to do is make sure you've got your proportions right. And sometimes it can be a little finicky because like this ear is flapped back more than this one, so it might look a little uneven in your drawing, and that's okay. That's okay. I mean, you can always make artistic adjustments if it bothers you. I've done that before. Sometimes things just look better in a photo than they do in a drawing, and that's just how it goes. But remember, check your angles and check your proportions. For example, I'm seeing, okay, the elbow of the animal is right there. So that's this piece right here, right? And it's lined up directly with that knee, so just like it was in our skeleton. So I have to make sure in my drawing that I'm lining those pieces up correctly. So there's the elbow and there's the knee. And if anyone does make any reference sketches today that you'd like me to share, I'll be sharing those at the end of stream. So if you post those in the Discord, I can put them on screen for you. And again, it doesn't have to be an elephant. Although you get extra points if it is an elephant, because, you know, save the elephant day, but it's okay. I always just like seeing what people are working on. This This guy looks a lot like Gino, which I love, or Django. Whoops. His old name was Gino. It's part of why I picked Django. So that I could maybe remember. Yeah, sometimes they can get a little crossed, kind of like a snaggletooth human, especially as they get older. You know, they're basically overgrown teeth. Me free. And once again, our old friend grass getting in the way, making it hard to see the feet. What is that quote? I think you have a quote in here, Maze, somewhere about grass. It's the trouble with the creatures we draw. A lot of them live in grass. It's unfortunate. Don't they know we want to draw their feet and learn? Gosh, how inconsiderate. Living somewhere for survival. Psh. Life is art. So hopefully I'm not drawing this incorrectly, but we might do a little close-up of elephant feet. I actually think their feet are super interesting, and definitely worth doing a little study of. Because they're not just, a lot of times you just are tempted to just do this with elephant feet, and like that's a simplified version. But if you look close, like you can actually see these angles you're seeing in the feet here. Like you can actually see those, like if, let me just, so like when you're drawing the feet, a lot of times you can actually see that little ankle and this little calf muscle, and even sometimes the hamstrings. Just depends on how malnourished or nourished the animal is, sometimes how hydrated the animal is. But it's a fun, I don't know, it's just something to be aware of. Like they have all the same muscles that we do. They're just kind of pushed in different ways. Now this is actually the heel, FYI. That's the heel of the elephant, and there's this huge fatty foot pad, just like our heels. It's actually fat that we're walking on. And it's so massive, like they kind of look like they're walking on their tiptoes, but it's because they're supporting so much weight. So that's why when they put their foot down, it kind of bulges out at the bottom back there. If you watch people walk, we have a very small version of that with our feet as well, because the heel is where most of the weight bearing happens. So it's to protect that bone from damage, from having to impact the ground. It's a big cushion. Anyway, so something to think about. But you can also see those details even in the critters through all that thick skin there. Alright, everything's a mystery under the grass, so we don't know. We shall find that you never see. Let's find another one. I was going to ask, but was grabbed for meeting. Do you research every animal before stream? You know, I probably should, because what ends up happening is when I start drawing and talking about these critters, I get a lot of questions, and sometimes chat has questions, and sometimes I know the answer just because I'm a big animal nerd, but sometimes I don't know the answer, and I probably should research them. But no, currently this is what you're seeing is an unfortunate amount of time spent watching nature documentaries my entire life. And just being way too obsessed with animals, probably. Let's find another pretty direct. Sounds like it's getting windy again. Let's find another pretty direct image here. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to plug myself in onto the landline here. So I apologize if my stream is doing any lagging. Let me know if you're having like a dropped frame issue or any kind of strange stuttering, and I can go get my Ethernet cable. I was going to say, you know, well, I'm just an animal nerd. Yeah, animals are great. I really wanted to be a zookeeper when I was younger. Why unfortunate? I love video games, models, books, everything. Yeah, no, I mean, it's not like I'm not like ashamed. I guess I shouldn't say an unfortunate. It's just a lot of time spent watching and absorbing that kind of stuff. There's just, I don't know. There's so many things that you can be into in life, and there's so many interesting things. Sometimes I just feel like I wish I had more, like I wish I didn't need to sleep as much as I do so that I could learn more stuff. That might sound weird, but I don't know. I don't know as much as I wish I did, I suppose. Oh, this is such a nice photograph. I am very upset that it has a stupid tagline. We're gonna copy this image. I think I want to do this one. This is a good one. Alright, very straightforward elephant, and you can really see the feet, which is nice. There's no grass in this photo. If you knew how much World of Warcraft I dumped in time into. Exactly, you know, I would be a pretty big gamer probably if I let myself go down that path. I have to actually be pretty strict with myself. I mean, it's addictive, you know, those little dopamine bursts of achievement that you get from playing a game, and especially RPGs. Like, I love immersive storytelling. I was obsessed with books and reading, like, fantasy novels and all that kind of stuff when I was a kid. I spent so much time reading. So anything that has, like, an engaging story and that I can just lose myself in, it's really hard for me to put that down. And video games, especially modern video games, holy cow, I mean, you could dump hundreds of hours into most RPGs these days and not even get close to finished with like total game story completion. Like, you can finish the basic storyline usually, but it's just, maybe when I retire, you know, and I'm tired of doing other things, but there's just so much to out there, you know. The world is just this really exciting place full of adventure, and I hate missing out on any of it, you know. I also like camping and hiking and learning about survival. I don't know, there's just so much to learn, you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, I happen to know a weird amount of animal facts, but I'm not a zoologist. I'm never gonna claim to know. I don't know all the sciencey terms, or like, I still can barely figure out like phylum stuff. So I should not be your information source, but I'm happy to nerd out with you guys about animals. So if you guys have animal facts, what's your favorite elephant fact? Somebody give me an elephant fact that you like. I can tell you, let's see, let me think of my favorite elephant fact. I guess my favorite elephant fact is that they are, like, it has to do with like their pretty extreme emotional intelligence, for at least observable emotional intelligence. Obviously we don't know what's going on in their heads. Darth, I'm not distracted. You just wanted to scare me. We're talking about elephants today. It's Save the Elephant Day. So every time I talk about elephants today, I am on topic. Or is that because I was talking about hiking? Either way, how are you doing, Darth? Good to see you. My favorite elephant fact is probably that they have like morning rituals. So whenever and there's actually like the idea of an elephant graveyard, like you may have heard of in The Lion King, is like an actual thing. It's an observed behavior. So basically when they have a family member die, they go through kind of a mourning ritual and like a period of grief, and they kind of sway together, and they have there's a lot of like touching, kind of like we would like hug each other. It's a very similar thing. They do a lot of like trunk holding or like shoulder rubbing. Like, they just kind of are physically present with their family members as they kind of circle around the dead body, or the bones. So they actually have like places where elephants go to die. There's different, I mean, sometimes they just die, but sometimes there's like places they'll go, and then the elephant family will like visit regularly, like once a year or once every 2 years or something. Like, they'll remember where that location is, and they'll go and visit, and they'll like touch the bones and kind of sway and do some of that self-soothing, like obviously thinking about this lost family member, which is so incredible. Like, that blew my mind when I first heard that, because it's like, we think of that as such, oh shoot, we have an ad break. Right in the middle of my elephant rant. Twitch, really? Yeah, so we have like observed behavior. of animals having this, what we would usually consider a very, very human experience, right? Like grief, like prolonged mourning, or like memories of lost family. There's like a really deep observable attachment that elephants have to their lost family members. So that's probably my favorite elephant fact. And I'll wait till the ad break's over to kind of elaborate on that. Sorry about the ads, for anybody stuck in ads right now. But if anyone else has an elephant fact that they want to share, I would love to know. No, I don't know. I'm not sure if that same behavior has been observed in Asian elephants. I imagine that it has, because they're pretty closely related. But I don't actually know as much about Asian elephants as I do African elephants. It's definitely an observed behavior in African elephants. Very intelligent, like highly, highly intelligent animals, for sure. So the elephant graveyard from Lion King wasn't just fiction. No, it's actually based on an observable behavior. Yeah, it's crazy. It's so crazy. Actually, I have no idea what your action was. No power, no signal. Oh no! Sorry, Darth. Well, surprise, I jumped. Mirror Stepper says, hiking is so lovely. There was a group called Hike It Baby I was a part of when my kids were really young. Oh, I love that. I'm glad I got most of that out of my system for having kids. Yeah, so I don't have kids, and not married, any of that stuff. And so I have the freedom to kind of still explore in life, which I really enjoy. But yeah, it's good that you were able to like get all of that out and kind of move on from that desire. I guess I never really have. I think if I had kids, I would just be like, well, you're coming with me. Like, we're just gonna do this together, and you're gonna cry, and eventually you'll get used to it, and it'll be fine. But I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, it's low-key, it's amazing, right? It's so amazing. If anybody is interested in learning more about elephants and elephant behavior, there's this really great book I recommend called Elephant Memories by Cynthia Moss. If you're into reading nonfiction about animals that's just like field study, it's like a 30-year field study that this woman did. She's a biologist, and it's like basically followed this family of elephants for multiple generations and observed their behaviors and like got to know them, and contributed so much, in my opinion, I think, to what we understand about animals and elephants. And I'm sure there's other more recent studies. I think she's a bit older now, and so I'm not sure if she still goes in the field. But anyway, it's a really interesting book. And you can learn a whole lot about, she observed a lot of behaviors about musk, which is basically the rut that the males go into. Yeah, interesting stuff. And it's like part of what, like when you see the elephants like sweating, that's actually the male elephant going in I think it's mustith. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. I've only ever read it. I've never heard it. But anyway, that's what that is. They're like basically in rut, and they're more aggressive, and they're emitting pheromones, and it's like this whole biological change that happens, and a very dangerous animal to be around for sure during that time. But yeah, let's see. My favorite elephant fact: the tip of the trunk is prehensile. Yeah. Oh, super. Yeah, the whole trunk is a prehensile nose. Yeah. I mean, it's basically a hand. They use it the same way we would use our hands. It's crazy. So they have little fingers. Yeah, and I believe it's the African elephant has 2, and the Asian elephant the African elephant has 1 finger, and then the Asian elephant has 1 on each side to like pinch at things. Yeah, I think so. Could be wrong, but I think so. Animals are far more intelligent than we give them credit for. It's true. It's so true. Oh, look, there we go. There's that little prehensile fingers right there. We might do like some more specific elephant studies. Ow. Hiccups. You can see this nice jawline here. It's kind of hard to see maybe from the picture, but there's these, this skin on top of the trunk is super heavy and kind of hangs down the mouth here. He's eating something. Fireflies, or she, maybe a she. Hard to tell. Can't tell from here. Right, and there's that ankle structure that I was talking about that you can actually see. And look at this elbow up here. You got all these lines around the elbow joint. This is a pretty healthy animal right here. So we're actually not seeing a ton of anatomical detail. But you can see that big round heel. Now remember what we looked at with the anatomy. We know there's a heel bone here, some toes coming down. There, you can see it in that hind leg a little bit. Made it too small. Hold on. Got too excited about the ankle. We're gonna have to do, I think there's like a World Rhino Day coming up sometime soon. I cannot wait. I love drawing rhinos, especially their ankles. I don't know why. They're just really interesting structures to me to draw. Now this photo is a little interesting because this foot, it looks like this elephant actually has pivoted on this foot. So this foot is actually coming forward further than it probably would normally, because you can see this line is a little higher than this line, so those are standard, but this one, I guess it is a little bit, but it's almost even with this other foot. And then this one's actually way further behind, so it looks like they kind of stepped around something out of the brush there, and are kind of turning to the right a little bit. So this foot might look, when you're drawing, like it's like behind in a weird way. So don't worry about that. And actually, you can see the tail, how long these elephants' tails are, especially with the hair on the end. My jank elephants have been posted. I will check them out. I'm sure they're not that janky. Thank you for trying. I know elephants aren't like a standard animal to draw for you. For most people, probably. They're good. They're just, I don't know. I love them. If it makes you feel better, I can show you some of my first elephant drawings from like years ago. They were not good either. They're an interesting critter. But hopefully studying the anatomy helped somewhat so you could know what was going on underneath the skin. Gives you a little bit more direction. Now another thing that we're going to talk about is like the differences between some of these species. So this is these are both actually African bush elephants, okay? So these are bush elephants. Bush meaning like the underbrush. Okay, and then we've got forest elephants, which are a little bit, it's tricky. We were talking about this the last time we had an elephant day. They're really hard to tell the difference between. So I'm not an expert at it. I've just started watching, like they've just started coming out with documentaries on forest elephants specifically, and there's more studies being done on them. But what we can tell is that typically they are smaller, a little more sleek looking, which is a funny thing to say with an elephant, right? But like here is definitely a forest elephant. Their tusks actually tend to be a little bit more pronounced. Hold on. Let's this is obviously this animal is wet, so it's going to look a little darker than the bush elephant. It's not as dusty, but they're shorter. Like this is actually, if I were to make this to scale with this bush elephant, this is about what the height difference would be. Maybe even a little smaller than that. So they're smaller. They're still huge. Like they're not like a short animal, but you can also tell. It's hard to tell in this picture, but Like the tusks are a darker, much darker color. So they're constantly using, and they're much straighter. They actually come out of the face pointing almost down. So you can see it right here. Let me pull my little layer up above. You can see if I were to draw this, so this is a forest elephant. If I were to draw this, the shape of this critter's skull, so it's almost like a totally straight down from the eye. Do you see where the tusk is coming out, like almost straight down? So see that shape, that sheath that goes around the tusk? Here's the what am I trying to say? The cheekbone. Hold on. Let's see if I can get these a little closer. There we go. This is an estimation of the size, but this is roughly the size difference. They're just a little bit smaller. So this is a male. No, I think this is a male, but it could be a female. I'm not sure. So basically it's down here. And then right here you see, instead of going straight down like that, it actually comes out this way. So like here's that cheekbone and here's the angle of the tusk there. Here's that cheekbone and here's the angle of the tusk here. So that's one indicator, right? Now sometimes it can be hard to tell from photos, like if this animal's head was pointing more down, this would look more straight. But you can just see, you can almost see if you were to draw a line from the eyeball. Like this is a very straight tusk and this is a very like curved shape. Another way to tell is, I think, I could be wrong about this, and I think all elephants have small hairs on them, but the forest elephants, you can even almost see some in this photo. They have these really long whiskers on their tusks, whereas savanna elephants are going to have shorter ones. They're not as prominent. And I believe, I was told that there's a theory that the reason they have these longer hairs is because they're constantly feeling their way through dense underbrush, and so it's almost like cat whiskers. It helps them know when they're about to run into something as they're kind of weaving their way through. And then the skin texture is another big one, I think. It's harder to tell in this image because it's blurry, but do you see how there's like these deep wrinkles in bush elephants? They tend to have more sun-baked looking skin. These animals spend most of their time in the shade, so their overall appearance of their skin texture tends to be a bit smoother. And then an Asian elephant, let me see if I'm pulling up really fast. They are very distinctive for ear shape, but also for body shape. So let me see if I can find a profile Asian elephant. Here's a great one from a zoo. Okay, so you can really see it here. Asian elephants have almost like, I always like to think of them as like a little mountain. So if you look at the shape of their body compared to the shape of this African elephant right here, and you can't see this one, but it's very similar in the bush elephant. Basically, they have this really high, we saw it in our drawing here, they have this really high ridge and it kind of a dip. So it's almost like two peaks and it kind of slants down a bit. But you still have this big hump at the back and the hump at the shoulder. You don't have that shoulder hump here, and instead of having a high hip, they have a high back, so it's more of like, it just looks like a little hill, you know? Like, it's basically, it's like this is an Asian elephant. They look a little more, I hate to say dumpy, but they just look kind of like they're hunched a little bit more. Okay, so that's an Asian elephant, basically. So we have an Asian elephant. And then for an African elephant, you've got the high shoulder, the high back. So you've got the two peaks, and you've got almost a sway back in the middle. Right? Hopefully that makes sense. But that's another way other than ear shape to be able to tell the difference at a glance. So of course you have your ears that are different. And I'm actually really rusty on my Asian elephant knowledge. I wish I wasn't. But yeah. I have done a lot more paying attention to of African elephants, unfortunately. Yeah, I actually probably need to draw from reference some Asian elephants, so let's do that. Let's jump into some Asian elephants. I will probably be drawing a forest elephant later today, if I'm able to get back on stream. I want to do a special elephant stream later today, and I'll probably be drawing the forest elephants, because those are my favorite. I do like them. So let's do an Asian elephant study. Forest elephant. Go. I'll do an Asian elephant down here. In fact, maybe we should just draw this one. It's a very straightforward Asian elephant. 100%. Okay. I'll go ahead and paste this in the Discord. We're all kind of bad when we start on a specific thing, it's true. Exactly. Still don't want to be bad forever. You won't be bad forever. It takes, that's why our theme, oh wait, I didn't write our mantra. Oh no, you guys, how will we ever know? Get the bad drawings. I forgot to write it today. Out. That's what our little dead elephant friend is saying right here. That's the whole point of these, right? Is to get through all the bad drawings so you can get to the good ones. This is how you do it, you know? Just gotta keep on practicing. And learning, more importantly. Don't practice bad habits. Be open to learning and changing. Let's see. Doing the thing is the only way to get better. Exactly. I'm still a bad spinner, but I have improved. Constant improvement you can do. Exactly. You think an elephant could theoretically grow a mustache? Shoot, I don't know. I don't think so. I know that when they're babies, they can have little mops of hair. So, like, some elephants are very hairy, especially Asian elephants. So here's an extremely hairy... Oh my gosh, wow. This is like the most hair I've ever seen on an elephant. They tend to lose their hair as they get older. And there's some people who say that the reason Asian elephants are so hairy is that they are, I think they're more closely related to like the woolly mammoth, I believe. And so that this is just kind of like a trait of that genus, I suppose. Or clade, I'm not sure which one. But look how hairy this guy is. I mean, this is like definitely a beard. It's more of a neck beard, really. But look at that mop of hair on top. Like, that's a... You could, like, style that, you know? So yeah, like, elephants can be very hairy. I mean, this looks like a modern, almost like a modern woolly mammoth in a way. But you can kind of get an idea for what the sorts of hairs would have been like on their, you know, Ice Age relatives. But yeah, I'm gonna post this in Discord just because I think it's funny. I don't think I'm gonna draw this guy, but it is a good one. How do I cancel that? Get out of there. I don't want you. Hairy elephant just cuz. Okay, let's draw this Asian elephant first. But even baby African elephants do tend to have a lot more hair than their adult counterparts. Here's a very hairy baby. Yeah, it's mostly the babies. They do tend to lose their hair as they get older. Okay. Here's a rare adult elephant that has kept its hair, actually. It really does look like a woolly mammoth hairstyle. This is so interesting. So here's one. Ugh. Keep forgetting I have to do copy paste. Not from Jupiter, hello! Yes, we love elephants here. We're looking at hairy Asian elephants right now. Very closely related, I believe, to the mammoth. Let me double check that, but I'm pretty sure they are. Let me look at Wikipedia and check out the family lineage here. Wikipedia is pretty good for this, I feel like, typically. Elephant today, I'm not sure I would say that. Extinct genera. Let's see. You're in a good stream. Yeah, it's Save the Elephant Day. You're definitely in a good stream right now. I want to see their family lines. Here we go. Here's a great little... Here, I'll just pull this whole tab down. So, I think you guys can see this, right? Because I think I fixed my OBS, yes. So here we go. We have the Asian elephant. It's closely related to the mammoth. The mammoth and the woolly mammoth, they're kind of in the same little group. So the Asian elephant is the closest still living relative of the mammoths. So there you go. Loxodonta, what a great name, honestly. And then over here you've got the straight-tusked elephant, which I think is an extinct one. And then the African forest elephant, which is, let's see, so it looks like maybe, I'm not sure what this degrees thing means. and then the bush elephant down here. So it's definitely a spectrum. So yeah, the mammoths, yeah. So there you go. That little seed of memorized information that was hidden somewhere in my brain happened to be accurate that time, so that's good. I'm glad when I don't have to lie on stream on accident. Yeah, that's why they're hairy, because it's like a genetic similarity that they kind of shed, obviously, like evolved away from, like didn't need the hair the way that the Ice Age mammoths did. So, but it still gives us a great comparison for like, hey, this is probably what the hair of the mammoths was like, just because they're closely related. So it's interesting stuff. Okay, let's draw this guy. I am so not good at elephants, like Asian elephants. They have such a different body type that I'm just not used to. Like, look at this heavy, it's not muscle, I think it's just like fatty tissue. But they have like a lot more of it than African elephants tend to. Now remember, this is the ankle. Got the knee up here, the hip. So we're gonna have a bump here. So we still have our same general structures that we just studied, right? They're just kind of moved around differently. So I'm going to start with those structures. We got our hip, got this weird leg thing that I'm not going to worry about right now. You can see the ankle right there a little bit, which is nice. I do enjoy that. And then this high back, high back that they have as Asian elephants. Looks like they also have a much shorter tail, much more sparsely haired than their African counterparts, which is interesting. And they have a much higher dome, at least this one does. Looks like the ear, maybe the ear just covers up less of it, but still those similarities. They got a heavy, this one has heavier jowls, but it definitely has that little tusk. There was this great artist I used to follow, and I don't know if he still posts anywhere. His name's Andrew Sheck. He had this blog. It was on Google Blogger. It was called Elephant Art. Amazing, amazing elephant artwork that I love so much. I think he ended up being a concept artist for Kung Fu Panda, I believe. And I haven't followed his work in a long time. I might look him up after stream and just see. But if you guys need some inspiring elephant artwork to look at, let me see if I can find that old blog really fast. Yeah, is it still up? No, I don't see it. Oh my gosh, it is! Well, shoot, there's links to it. Blogger. Remember we were driving. Oh no, he does still have it up. Holy cow. Open to invited readers only. That sucks. That sucks a lot. Anyway, here's a blog post that references his work. If you want to look up, he has some great studies on African elephants. Actually, some of the stuff we were just talking about. I'm going to pull up one of these pictures so we can talk about it. It's fantastic. Open link in new tab, open image in new tab. Why is it so small? Oh, that's annoying. Everything's like under a paywall. Well, we can't really see it, but I can't really read what it's saying. But you can see some of the stuff that I was just talking about. So you've got the humped back of the Asian elephant, and you've got the swayed back of the African elephant. And he's talking about that. Yeah, good to know. Let's see, Power's back. Did you scare me? Yes, you did. You did scare me. Don't worry. Mission success. Maybe I should make you guys pay for that one. Seems like it's a little addictive for some of you. Got 1/3 of the qualities of a hairy elephant. So you're just saying you're hairy, not from Jupiter. Is that what you're saying? So funny. I don't even know if you're still in here. I went on a little bit of an elephant tirade there. Okay. Anyways, check out that blog post. See if you can get those pictures to load where I can't, unfortunately. I'll try and look them up later, but really like his work. A lot. A lot. Feeling alive, be someone. Oh, somebody has an entire Andrew Sheck Pinterest board? Oh no. Alright, I'm gonna link you guys to this one too. If anyone wants it. I might just follow this. Can you still follow? Yeah, I wanna follow that. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. That's awesome. Very cool. I miss this blog. I used to go to his blog all the time. Just to like be inspired. Anyway. Okay, let's draw another Asian elephant, because I don't have enough practice with them. Can you climb trees? I mean, wait, what? You said I'm like the only one that uses it. It's literally my only addiction. Don't make the other suffer. I'm kidding. I'm not taking it away. You're fine. Either that or I'm an elephant. That's a mystery I'll keep for myself. I mean, links posted in Discord. Oh, thanks, Amaze. You didn't have to do that. Okay, let's do a little Asian elephant. Alright, we're gonna do a little bit trickier pose now. We've been doing some pretty stagnant poses. Let's look at this very, very epic looking. Oh, dang. Okay, this is still somewhat stagnant, but look at this epic Asian elephant bull. Look at that head shape. Oh my gosh. I've definitely never drawn this before. I'm so used to seeing these little females that are kind of like bowed. You know, like look at this guy. This is an Asian elephant, and you can still see that hump. I mean, it's a little more straight in this critter than it is in the, and it might be a male-female distinction, I don't know. I really don't know as much about the differences between Asian elephants as I should. But let's draw it. I'm super excited. Some great shapes in this creature. And I'll post this in Discord before I forget. What time is it? It's almost noon. Okay. It's Maze, I just saw your elephant gif that you posted. Just so you guys can appreciate this, if you join the Discord, you can just see gems like these. Look, I said it was Elephant Day, and I got, look at all these wonderful gifts. Got Tantor, got Dumbo, Babar, it's a deep cut. I don't know the name of this ranger, but the Elephant Power Ranger. Looks like a modern Elephant Power Ranger. Anyway, you're missing out on stuff like that, guys, I'm just saying. But I will be sharing. Looks like Amaze has posted. Amaze, these are great. What are you talking about? I love this elephant you drew. So nice. Oh my gosh, and the little baby. Oh, you did a great job. These are not janky elephants at all. You stop that. I will hear no more about janky elephants. Alright. Hydrate. Darth, how are you doing, by the way? Thank you for the hydrate. Alright, I'm probably gonna finish up the warm-up stream here in a minute. And find someone to raid. But I'm gonna draw this elephant first. I do probably need to get on with my my moving of the studio. I have to clean the living room first before I move it. Make sure I'm starting with a fresh palette, as it were. And I also need to start some laundry, I forgot to do that. So I've got some things I gotta do here at home before I can get to the studio today. And if I stay on stream drawing elephants all day, I won't get them done, so. My old arch enemy, grass. Hate it. How dare you be there, obscuring my view. This majestic creature. Yeah, definitely a way bigger, like a way bigger, I guess, thigh flap? I don't know what that would be called, than with the African elephants. And it's a pretty gradual back hump he's got here, but I do see some of those bone structures. Look at the hip. Where, I wonder, I need to look at the hip of these guys. It looks like the hip bone comes out at a different place. But you can see that little heel structure I'm talking about right here pretty well in the Asian elephants, actually. So see how it comes up straight and then goes back at an angle almost? Like, yeah, you can really see the way the skin is kind of curving around the bones there. It's really nice. There's like I can't tell what's going on here. I'm a little unsure because there's so much detritus on top, but like debris, I suppose. But it looks like almost like the hip is here, which I feel like in my brain it feels like it should be like this shape, but the way this is reading, because of this, it's either sunlight or like a pale dust, it's reading like this, and I'm like, that looks wrong. It's not where I can see the skin here, so this is definitely the hip bone. Maybe it just doesn't have those glutes engaged or something, because there's like a weird depression back there that I feel like is kind of strange. And then you've got your, still got those neural spines back there kind of holding up the tail. It's just this is an interesting pose. I'm just gonna familiarize myself with it for a second. I don't know. I kind of want to look at a hip bone now for an Asian elephant. Interesting, interesting. Kudo, how's it going? Not backward haunch, yeah. It does seem weird. Maybe it's just me. An elephant? Yeah, I could take one. Wait, what? You've had nicer days? Aw. Well, you know what? The day's almost over, and you're about to go to sleep, hopefully, and maybe it'll be a better one tomorrow, So yeah, I really messed up this leg. We're just gonna pretend I didn't do that. But yeah, you got that little skin flap there. And then there's kind of, you can tell one a little bit on that ankle. It's kind of like pulling at this loose skin here on the back leg. It's almost like a zoot suit or something. It feels like there's just like this extra skin everywhere on this guy's leg. Anyhow. Zoot suit elephant. Got that great elephant smile. And then like massive tusks. Holy cow. What a super tusker of an Asian elephant bull. Like those are straight up mammoth tusks. Surprised he's not hairy too. Got down on my knees, I began to pray. Looks like he's laughing. Oh, I'm not too bad. Would it not be the frontal haunch? Ever actually seen a hip bone? I have. It is very funky. We do have funky little bones inside of us. Yeah, I hope your day starts getting better, Darth. I maybe went a little crazy with this cranial ridge here. There we go. Looks a little more accurate. I was over exaggerating. I was too excited about the shapes, guys. I'm sorry. He does still look like he's smiling a bit. Kind of over exaggerated that too. Had a little bit too much fun. I'll rein it back in. Like biggest ever elephant species or biggest ever living like modern elephant? How big was it? Tell us some facts, Darth. We were sharing our favorite elephant facts earlier on stream. Alright, boyo, there you go. Heffalumps and woozles. Oh, I forgot about our yoga fent. Let's do a quick yoga fent, guys. We'll draw you being yoga-y with your big old booty bump. You can really see that sway back here, like holy cow. And look, you can almost see the shoulder blades right there. Like this guy's really stretching it out. It's a very unique pose. I'm gonna have to draw this in my comic. Love it. I love these shapes. They're so good. It's really nice to get this unique angle on a critter too, actually. Scoot you over, there's not enough room. I got too excited and just jumped right in. You can really see like there's that like the little glute muscle here and the hamstring, the knee. I mean, you really get a really good idea of what's going on under the skin in this pose. I do love it. You can even see like a little bit of ankle stretch there. Wow, good job, guy. Misery. I think I made that too close together. Go. Like his little tail. So cute. It's a little dry though. Give this boy some lotion. It's really nice heavy wrinkles around here. of funny because I think, so like here's the knee, but we've also got this like loose skin from the leg right there. It's just so extended that it almost looks like the belly, but I don't think it is. I think it's actually right here is actually more of that knee skin. I don't know, could be wrong. Like his little mouth is open, he's like, ah! I love how you can see the little textures too in the trunk. He's really extending himself here. He wants that tree so bad. Okay, here we go. Stretchy boy. Elephants' closest living relatives are manatees and guinea pigs. It's true. It's true. That is a great elephant fact. Yeah. Yeah. Outside of elephants, well, I think also the hyrax is in that same family. Yeah. If you were to draw an elephant, you have to exaggerate the tusks. All right. I used to love drawing elephants as a kid because I thought their trunks are fun. Yeah, they are fun. Megafauna are amazing. Megafauna, if anyone's not familiar with that term, it's just the term for like massive animals. Like fauna, you know, flora and fauna. Fauna is the word for animals, and then mega obviously means big. So there you go. Giraffe are megafauna. Rhinos are megafauna. Technically whales, I would imagine, are megafauna. But there's a lot of prehistoric megafauna, like giant ground sloths and meropus and the big hell pig things that I can't pronounce the name of. There's so many cool ones. The ones that have the really tiny heads and the huge bodies, they're like early, what's the name for that group? It's like the early synapsids, I think, like really early synapsids have these really strange body shapes. This is, okay, since we're talking about how funny these big megafauna skeletons can look, really, I mean, manatees are the same way. Manatees have almost this exact skeletal structure, just without the long legs. But like, if you were to look at this and had never seen an elephant, or worse, like if it didn't come with tusks, like you would have no idea how to draw this creature. You might give it a much slimmer profile, you know? The face, like good luck with the face. But like, look at these early, I forget what they're called. It's like an early synapsid that has like crazy, oh, here it is. Castrocuda? No. Which one is it? Moss chops? Is it this one? Okay, it's like in this family, but I don't remember how I found it. But there's this one that I saw that like freaked me out because it looked so weird. I don't think that was it. Shoot. Anyway, here's one. So like, this is not the one, oh shoot, I can't do it that way, that's right. Here's one that, this is not the one I'm looking for. I think I posted it in somebody's Discord at some point. But look at this. Like, if you were to take this creature, this is not even a good example. There's one that has like a tiny head and a huge body. But still, there's like so much we can only infer so much from like what it looks like. I wanted to find the really tiny headed one. Because the one with the super tiny head is like, what? Anyway, I'll share it later. Once I find it, I'll share it later on my Discord. But there's so many prehistoric critters that it's just like, how do we even know what you look like for real though? Because you don't have like any closely related modern day counterparts. Have you guys seen the one zoom tree of life thing? I think I found this on, I'm positive that I found this on Paleontologizing stream. But it's so fun to look at. I'll link you guys to it. If you ever just want to like click around and are curious about how creatures are related to each other, go here. One Zoom life. You can just like look up literally anything and see how it's related to something else. So if you type in elephants, for example, it'll zoom you right into elephants, and then you can see who the closest living relatives are. It's kind of fun to watch it zoom too, because it like spirals around and it shows you like all the closest living relatives. So like here's where it took me when I typed in elephants, if anyone wants to go look at it. But yeah, check it out. Check it out. Okay, let me catch up in chat. I'm behind. I thought their trunks they are fun to draw. Biggest elephant of modern times was an African savanna elephant that stood at 13 feet from ground to shoulder, and he weighed 24,000 pounds. Oh my gosh, that is a massive creature. They were my favorite animal just because of their trunks. I mean, yeah, probably a boy. Yeah, boy. Yeah, I think the bulls get way bigger in elephant species. Longer tail. Yeah, the tails are super long. I think one of the old men in a gym locker. Tell me more about that. I gotten those images out of my head. That's so funny. Isn't that crazy? You should click around in there, Kudo. It's really interesting. I am a megafauna. 50-foot storm dragon, that's right. Guinea pigs are more closely related to elephants. Oh yeah, no, they're definitely not related to pigs. It's just a funny name. I don't know how closely the guinea pig is related. I know the hyraxes are a surprising... Here, let's just look at one zoom for a minute, guys. We'll pull up paleontologizing here. I don't normally do this on stream, but... yeah, so here's the family that the elephants are in, right? So we have dugongs, which are, you know, manatees and stuff as well. Elephants, hyraxes, manatees. Oh, there it is right there, manatees. So there they are. There's our living... These are all just living species, by the way. They don't have extinct species on this tree of life. But what you can do, which is kind of fun, so we have sloths right over here, aardvarks over here, maybe guinea pigs are this way. Basically, it shows you, like, here's like the most common ancestors right here. So these are the common ancestors of, like, elephants and aardvarks and all that stuff, right? So if you were to type in guinea pig, which I don't even know if I know how to spell guinea pig correctly. Guinea pig? Is that how you spell it? Guinea pig, yeah. Guinea pigs and cavies. So it'll show you how closely it is related. So they're kind of far. I wouldn't say that they're super closely related, but they are in the same... So like, do you see how this tree spirals over here, connects over here, and then down here was the elephant. So you kind of saw, wait, where did we go? No, down here was the elephant. Where did the elephant go? We were just there. Oh shoot, here, let me zoom out so I can find it. Guinea pig. Oh, I zoomed way too far, hold on. Let's go back to the guinea pig here. Greater guinea pig. Whee! Guinea pig. Okay, now let's look again for elephant. Elephant. So we come out around this spiral here. I don't actually think they're super close, to be honest. That seems pretty far. So the most common ancestor of guinea pigs. They have a shared common ancestor, I suppose. But so do bats and shrews and hares and pika. So like, they're over here somewhere, I think, the guinea pigs. So there's like a ton of rodents, and they have a shared common ancestor with elephants, who I keep losing, I think are right here, yeah. Why are some of these leaves red? I don't understand what that means. But this is like the whole mammal family tree, right? So, I mean, this is a pretty massive branch of the tree. And so over here we have marsupials, and over here we have whatever. Placental mammals. So they're both placental mammals, so that's pretty broad. But I think you might be thinking of hyraxes, because I remember when I found out that hyraxes were this close. So the rock hyrax, all that are like that close, like genetically, to the elephant. Like, the thing is that's cool is like we can confirm all this with DNA right now, which is super neat. So if you've ever done like an ancestry test, it's the same exact science that they use to check who you're related to that they use for this. Really interesting. Okay, anyway. That's about elephants. I think pig was put in their name because of the body shape and the noises they make. Yeah, so a lot of early naming conventions were based on just traits that seemed familiar, and so you get a lot of funny names that actually have nothing to do. Like the elephant shrew is called that because it has a long nose. Although I think it might actually be... No, I think the elephant shrew is a little bit further from the elephant. Yeah. Although it's not as far as you'd think. It's just right up the tree of life. But still, yeah, it's interesting stuff. It's a really fun thing to poke around on. I think I'm next to the gibbons on the tree, ridiculously long arms for my size. You probably are, yeah. Oh, that's okay. I think you were probably thinking of Hyrax's Jupiter. Because they look similar, honestly. I wouldn't blame you for mistaking a Hyrax for a guinea pig. Especially a rock Hyrax. But yeah, fun. It's fun to look around on this. So if you ever want to learn more about animals, this is a great visual way. Like I know you can go to Wikipedia and you can like click around on these, like the phylums and stuff. But like sometimes this is a little hard to keep track of, and it can make things seem like they're more closely related than they are. But the Tree of Life is a really fun tool. Yeah, I recommend it. I've had fun on it for sure. Start drawing guinea pigs instead of elements. Yeah, no worries. Oh, that reminds me. If anyone has any warm-up sketches that they would like me to share on stream, go ahead and post them in the warm-up art section. I'm going to show them on stream. Oh, we have some cute elephants. Oh my gosh, I love them. My totally accurate elephant sketch, Eyeless. I love it. I'm just gonna pull this Discord window down here. So here we have Amazes, which don't let him tell you that the man cannot draw elephants. He's like, oh, these are janky and not good. Like, these are great. What are you talking about? You did a great job. You did a great job. Really nice job with the feet, especially. That's a hard thing to do, to make look. It's like a really deceptively simple shape. That's really hard to make look actually accurate, and that looks great. Look at the little one is so cute. You did a great job with these Amazes. I don't know what you're talking about. And then Eyeless, I love this. It's a great warm-up sketch. Totally accurate elephant. Oh, and Beats posted one. Oh my gosh. Look, you did the crazy yoga pose. And you colored it so well. Beats, I am loving seeing this stuff that you're dropping. This looks awesome. You did a great job with this. These are all so good, you guys. So this is Eyeless, and Eyeless is a sculptor. We gave him a shout out earlier, but click on his name and go follow. I was hanging out on his stream earlier doing some great stuff. Amaze, go give Amaze a follow. You know what, Amaze? I'm gonna give you a shout out. Because you are about to be streaming soon, if I am not mistaken, right? I don't know if I'm kind of butt bursting your bubble a little bit, but you guys should go preemptively follow Amazing Fan. Is a really long-standing friend of mine, friend of the channel, helps out all the time. Like if you've hung out on my stream at all, then you have interacted with Amaze. And I would love to go see him have some support for when he gets started streaming. So if you want to go give him a follow. I think he'll be doing some comic work, some drawing. You don't even stream yet, but we'll be ready when you start. Am I following you? I think I am, but if not, I'm gonna go make sure that I am. Right after stream. Beats, this is amazing. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm so glad that you've found my little corner of Twitch here, and I'm honored that you're sharing your work. And you too, Eyeless. I'd love to see some sculptures you're working on too. Feel free, you guys, to post any art that you'd like in the chat or in Discord, but thank you guys for drawing with me this morning. Like I said, I'll be back on later today. Probably be doing a new like elephant themed stream, and if anyone posts anything else in the warm-up chat that I missed today, like if you are watching this stream later and you draw some elephants, you're like, oh darn, I wasn't here for the live thing, like still post in the warm-up art section. I'll just show them on the next stream, which will be tomorrow. So and I forget what tomorrow's. Let me check what tomorrow's prompt is. Bat. Oh, that's right, it's Bat Appreciation Day tomorrow, so we're gonna be drawing bats tomorrow. Which, according to the One Zoom tree, we just found out we're kind of closely related to elephants, so it all works out. I mean, not super close, but, you know, they're like in the same branch. Anyway. Yeah, we're gonna go find someone to raid. Let me see. I don't remember if I have my fancy ending stream. Nope, I sure don't. Oh, but you know what? I can actually add this now. I fixed this morning, finally. I don't know why it wasn't working before. But I can actually show you my whole Huey on now. So there we go. You guys are watching me edit my stream live. I know, I'm such a pro. Pro streamer, guys. Pro streamer. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for the people who followed me today. I had some people follow me before stream. I forget who it was, but thank you. And thank you for the chatters, the lurkers. Just thanks for hanging out. Professional streamer. Thanks, Raga. Good to see you. Their Batwings turned into ears. You know, we might have to fact check that, but we'll do that tomorrow. Yeah, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. It's been fun. I love elephants, if you can't tell. They're my favorite animal, so I'm really glad we got to draw them today. I'm not sure who we should go out on. Maybe, no, we'll just go with Yoga Guy. There's a lot of drawings here. We'll just stick on these. But yeah, I'm gonna go find, yeah, thanks to the lurkers, thanks to the subscribers, thanks to my patrons, patrons. Thanks everybody who supports what I'm doing, trying to become an illustrator, so I appreciate that. And let's go find somebody to raid. Who is on right now? They've changed the way they do the raid thing, and it's throwing me off every time. Oh, you know what? Jason Fraley is on, you guys. We should definitely go raid him. Oh my gosh. I don't know how long he's been on. An hour and a half. Okay, you guys, you have to stick around. Ilis, please stick around. You're gonna, if you don't already follow this guy, you're really gonna like what he does. He is a sculptor that I met just randomly browsing Twitch a few months ago at this point. He usually streams really late in the day, so I'm actually surprised to see him on this early. But I don't think I've ever had a chance to actually raid him. He's also just kind of starting out, but he's really incredible. So if you're into sculpting, he does like he sculpts for a toy company, and he's been doing it for like decades or something. Like, he's great. You're gonna like him. So stick around for a second, guys. Let's go say hi to Jason. He's a really nice guy. Really, oh, you follow him already. Okay. I was gonna say, if you're not, you really gotta be. But I'll be streaming again later this afternoon, hopefully. I'm about to go move this whole setup out of my bedroom, finally, into the living room. So depending on how long that takes me and if I break anything, I may or may not stream right at 4 later today. But my goal is to be out of here in like 3 hours, because I gotta do some other stuff too. And hopefully be in the studio by 4. So I should be able to start my stream at 4 p.m., but I'll keep you guys posted on the Discord probably if that changes. But I'll be back, so if anyone wants to come watch me do some painting or hang out with me while I do some painting, you can do that. But in the meantime, let's go raid Jason. I think you guys will really enjoy his work. Thank you, Isol. Thank you, Raga. Thank you, Kudo and Darth and Septic and Jupiter and everybody whose names I'm not seeing in chat but I know are there. Ilis, thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. You're awesome. So we'll see you over at Jason's stream. Bye.